action.
What's going on, guys? Callouts are trash or Mango here, and today we're bringing you episode 1 of the Scuff Cast. And today I am with my 4 co-hosts. As usual, we have Bailey, Adam, Liam, and Huddy. How are we doing today, boys?
So good, Mango. So glad you asked. Shut up. So glad you asked. Today has been a fantastic day. I just wrestled Bailey upstairs in the hallway. I lost, and I scraped my elbow and knee. Okay, it was not easy, but Liam, how are you?
You know, as like a watcher of the fight, Bailey absolutely obliterated this man.
Liam was not even there.
That's a complete lie, because I was there watching it. I know that Adam's all scared about it, but Bailey absolutely mossed this man. And yes, mossed.
I just want to add, if even so, I don't wrestle. Bailey is trained. I am honored to have the opportunity to learn from such an experience. But also, fuck Bailey.
Let me just add that this kid said that he would win 1 out of 3 times, and he gave up after 1.5 because he just quit in the middle. Like, because doesn't have the warrior spirit like me, I suppose.
You know, I feel like Adam would be the person to be a gardener at war, but not a warrior in the garden. You know what I mean? Right there.
Every plot of land needs a gardener. Okay, so.
But Huddy, how are you doing?
You understood what that quote meant.
Hey, I'm pretty good, man. I saw the fight, and I thought Adam was doing pretty hot for an amateur. So, I don't know. We're all hating on Adam, dude. It was I've wrestled Bailey. It was not fun, so I'll try again sometime, though.
But today's sponsor is Chalky. All you boys know, Chalky Milk does make, especially coming up with this weekend that Valentine's is coming up, and most are single. So, boys, what are we doing this Sunday? Because I know my Sunday premium it because of everybody up to
Putting chalky milk in my butthole with a funnel.
What the fuck? What the fuck was that?
That's a great sponsorship right there.
But Snickers. But Snickers, if you want to talk, my people will talk to your people, or the other way around, vice versa. You know how to reach me at my gaming email.
Don't you dare call yourself out. Don't you dare link your goddamn plugs.
I didn't link anything. I just said my email.
All right, let's get on with our first topic.
So this past weekend we had the Super Bowl. How do you guys feel about it?
That was actually last weekend.
What I meant, Bailey. Fuckhead. Fuck you, alright? Don't come at me right now.
Super Bowl is dank, you know. I got money off of it because the Bucks did really, 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 really well. And Kansas City absolutely choked because Tom Brady, you never bet against him in the Super Bowl.
Personally, I agree that Tom Brady is the GOAT, but I wish it was a more entertaining game. It got pretty boring just watching Pat Mahomes run around the field. Stats-wise, apparently he ran over or close to 500 yards in just scrambling in the backfield. So there's a stat for you.
Sounds like Lamar Jackson for me.
Do you have the citation for that statistic?
Next-gen stats. Why are you after me, dude? You beat me in a wrestling match, and this is how you're going to be? We were friends. We went on a hike.
It wasn't a wrestling match. That was a grappling match. There's a difference.
Actually, Bailey, you're wrong. It wasn't either. It was a slaughter.
Oh yeah, by the way, I went kind of like a hike / run today, and I saw 6 deers, and they're all my homies now. It's like, and they were like, so yeah, just so you know, don't come up to me in Bidwell Park because I got deer homies.
How do you guys feel about that one DB taunting Tyreek Hill in the Super Bowl?
I thought that fucking was hilarious.
Totally justified.
Yes, yeah, he was 100%.
Because like, I hated the fact that this is actually something that got me itching. Like, what the fuck? This is so just like, if you're a good player, you're gonna get all the love. So like Tyreek Hill, right, always does like the peace sign when he's getting a touchdown, and they're like, oh, it's what he does. He's so cool about it. Then you got the DB. Yeah, they're winning, but it's the Super Bowl. And the last game that they played, like, I don't know if you guys remember, it's Tyreek Hill's best game of the season. He had like 3 touchdowns in the first half. and he literally goes on the phone and he like mimics what Shannon Sharp did, where it's like, "Hey, yo, they need help. They need help. Don't worry, help's on the way." And everyone's like, "Oh my god, this guy's so funny! Like he's like," and they're like highly in the lead too, and he's obviously taunting them, and it's like, "Oh, Tyreek Hill's so nice for doing that," and then you get this kid, and like the announcers are like, "There's just no place for that in football. That is so disrespectful," and it's like, well, if Tyreek Hill running down the field and then doing a flip into the back, like into the end zone, or throwing up his little peace sign all the time, that's not disrespectful. Then like, or his mimic of Shannon Sharp, which sucked by the way. Shannon Sharp did it way better.
Not wrong. You're not wrong.
Like what is he supposed to do? What like? That's just
So
that
basically, they're sucking off the Chiefs.
they were
They always
sucking
suck off the Chiefs. It's
Well, I
true.
mean, everybody said that this game was rigged. It's like one, I was actually kind of thinking that, but then it's like you have to think about it. Like the Chiefs and the Bucks, or at least Tom Brady and Mahomes, are the two most sucked off like QBs by EA. Like, sorry, I just said EA. Jesus, by EA.
No, you're not
by
wrong though. By EA,
ESPN.
EA does suck them off though with their ratings in
Also
Madden.
true.
You're not
Also
wrong.
true. That's actually very true. But no, not just EA, but ESPN, like, and just the league suck these boys off. So it's like it was really just any man's game, and Tom Brady's goated. Even though I don't like Tom Brady that much either. But
Bringing back to the point of you talking about the Super Bowl, there's so many conspiracies about that because of with the
what a segue, Mango.
but with
Ooh.
the Mickey Mouse Super Bowl that everybody was talking about and everything, because they were saying that he had a schedule in a sense. They gave him Mickey Mouse because he went to Tampa Bay.
He was a Nazi.
Okay, we don't need to talk about that.
It's
Which
true.
not true.
That's
You're not wrong.
100%
Yeah,
true.
let's start off the Super Bowl conspiracy theories with Walt Disney was a Nazi. I agree.
No, not right now, not right now.
No, but on the realness, I don't understand that one bit because, I mean, his season might have been easy, but to get to the Super Bowl, you had to go through the Green Bay Packers, which were the 1 seed, and you had to go through the Saints, which were like what, the 3-2 seed or something like that. Like those were two really good teams I had to go through. Like literally, that was like half of the thing about like this makes him so goated was the fact that he took down Aaron Rodgers, he took down Drew Brees, and it's like okay, like not only did he make it, but he like was goated in the
Also,
whole thing.
Josh Allen too.
And he didn't beat Josh Allen. They're not in the same league. Patty Mahomes beat Josh
Patty
Allen.
Mahomes, my bad. Who did?
If you want to talk about
little
East Coast
retarded.
Bulls,
We
it's
can
probably
cut that
one of
out.
the
No one
Chiefs.
has to know that you
Mango's a little
I mean,
retarded.
It's not
That's
even like
just- that
the
didn't
Bucks.
happen.
It's not even like the Bucks got like first in the league. They were 5th in the league. Like they barely got there to begin with.
What everybody's talking about. Super Bowl was rigged in a sense. Brady got a lot of flags against the other teams. Why everybody thinks that the Super Bowl was rigged.
I can understand that,
I heard.
but that's what I mean by the whole. Both like the league sucks off both these people, so it's like, are they really going to choose one in this one situation? I would have chosen Tom Brady because it's in Tampa, and he'd be goated for it.
But that's also why they're saying that it's a conspiracy.
100%. I
that's
still
why.
think it could be rigged. Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong. The fact that it's in Tampa and it's Tom Brady's like probably actually no, he says he's gonna come back, but like almost was gonna be his last year. Like they wanted him to go down undisputedly the GOAT. Other people so definitely took some falls.
Is Tom Brady a lizard person?
Yeah.
Let's cue
He
the
also
lizard
ki-
people
Brady
talk.
is definitely a lizard person.
Because he kisses his kids on the mouth.
Actually,
He
I
doesn't,
have
he doesn't
something.
kiss his kids in the mouth. He puts his tongue down his.
I have
kid's
something
throat,
very,
like a lizard.
very important. There was a conversation that Tom Brady had. Tom Brady was saying that his wife is like super into like spiritual like rituals and like almost like spells type of shit.
He's a
He
lizard
said that
too.
she makes he said
She's
that
a
she makes
shaman
like
wizard.
shrines, like literal shrines and stuff before his like big games, and she gives him all these like earth stones or whatever and like necklaces that are supposed to be like blessed, like all this crazy shit. And he's quoted saying like, "Oh yeah, she's like a good witch" or something, like joking around. But isn't it just a little bit sus that this old ass dude is just coming in clutch year after year, and he's got this fucking wild wife doing these wild things?
Haley, what, Adam? Unlike you, Tom Brady is a warrior in the garden.
Damn it,
Not a
dude.
gardener at war.
What the
He's
fuck?
put in the hours. He's got his time down. An old man is putting clinics, yes, but at the same time,
Go.
Exactly, Bailey. Thank you.
But imagine, let's say, I don't know, let's grab a quarterback who like arguably has the same skill level and
Josh
if not a
Allen.
higher athletic ability than Tom Brady. Yeah,
Josh
like
Allen.
Josh Allen and any of the younger dudes. Yeah, Josh Allen or even like Lamar Jackson and
That's
Pat
a running back. I
Mahomes.
don't know what you're talking about.
I know,
Johnny
but he's
Manziel.
Yeah, that's not it.
God damn you guys. Dude, he's fucked, dude. Like, I don't know. I think it's strange. And going off conspiracy theories, like the fact that Tom Brady was able to make something out of like a pretty, I don't know, like the Patriots didn't have many weapons on offense and he still just like pulls it out. I think maybe it's the witch wife.
But also, wait, before keep talking about this. If you guys did not know, in 3 of the major sports, 3 Tampa Bay teams, Florida teams did make it to the finals. Or no, 4 out of 4. Like, so the Tampa Bay Rays made it. The Tampa Bay Lightning made it to the finals. The Bucks made it, and last team. But 3 of those teams did win. The Rays did not. But everybody's thinking that it's a conspiracy because of what's happening.
Perhaps it was something to do with the rotation of the sun and the solar system and the moon. It could be the energy flowing through the earth. Or it could be today's sponsor, Chalky Milk. Put it in your asshole.
Or
Before
could
you
be
put in your asshole.
lizard people. It's a lot of alligators there. Just saying.
He has
Tampa
a point.
Bay.
He has a
But
good point.
Bailey, how do you feel about the Tom Brady and his wife, the gems and everything? What's your perspective on those gems?
I haven't heard about that, like about Tom Brady specifically, but I definitely believe that if that's true, I could definitely see that having some effect. And if not, like almost like a placebo effect if it wasn't true, because like you're like I'm freaking blessed, I'm like the chosen one or whatever. And on top of that, he just has so much confidence because he knows he seems like he's like a pretty like objective, like level-headed guy. Obviously, he has a huge ego because of just like where he is in his life. But he knows as long as well as everyone else, because everyone who loves him and everyone hates him knows he's the greatest quarterback that ever lived, and probably will until like someone else comes along. Probably not for a long time and just dusts his record. But that's not probably going to happen for a long, long time, if ever. To be honest, if anything, football is going to die because no one's playing popcorn and no one's playing youth football. And if no one is playing youth football 10 years later after that, then they're just maybe the talent pool will just be so much smaller and the game will slowly decline. Very sad, but the truth.
Not wrong, but I see a lot of kids going into football in the high school level because of it's an easy sport to get in because people like the coaches will take pretty much anybody on that front. But it's just moving up from there. Players here to
Yeah, but if you talk to most gnarly NFL players didn't start playing in high school. They played their entire life. Like they grew up with that sport. There probably are a few that just picked it up in high school. I know that's more like common in like lacrosse, where there was like some gnarly football player who just like picked up lacrosse and then decided to take lacrosse on. But I feel like with football, I don't know, just and then that big hit was like that movie Concussion with Will Smith. That movie like killed football because whatever I forget what that like disease is, whatever in the brain. Not yeah, concussion, but like what that like it's like an acronym. I forget what it is. Like that whatever it's called when your brain like just like bounces up and down like that from so much blunt force. So a lot of my mom said she didn't want to football after.
Did you know
A
that?
lot of other moms are like that.
Did you know that Pat Mahomes was a baseball player and he only played quarterback for the first time when he was a junior in high school? Isn't that
yeah,
crazy?
he was drafted by the Royals. And
Crazy. I did not know that.
He's also like a co-owner of the Kansas City.
That's insane. But like I said, like, I'm sure it does happen, but most of the time, you start having everyone playing at the high school level. They just the talent will go down. The talent will go downhill.
Going along the lines of conspiracy theory.
Hold up. Speaking of talent going downhill, Adam, do you have any questions about what we're talking about right now, bud?
Go on, Mango.
Shit, everybody's at each other today. But talking about conspiracy theory, what are some like conspiracy that you guys think are actually real, or like actual like happening like right now, but we don't see? or say?
My conspiracy, I've actually been going on this for a while, is that Liam is a bisexual.
Oh yeah.
Liam, that's all. That's my conspiracy. Liam, anything to say?
Yeah, my conspiracy about Adam, I guess, is that he's just like kind of a good guy, but he's also kind of weird. He's very here. It's not a conspiracy. It's just a straight fact, so that everybody knows who Adam is. Adam's a really okay musician.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
Okay, sorry, he's a pretty bad musician.
Wow. No. That's not what I was talking about.
He's a good musician. He's actually a really good musician. But he makes very how do you say?
You're really
Raunchy.
avoiding the question at hand here.
Raunchy.
Yeah. Why are you beating around the bush here, Liam?
All right, guys, I'll be honest. I'm looking straight at the camera for this one. I believe that Adolf Hitler escaped to South America.
No. Why are you dodging the question here, Liam? What is that?
Mango, I can look straight into this camera and say I am not bisexual, and these people don't know me. So yeah, I'm not bisexual.
That's fine. I
All
only
it
think
really
he's.
is Adam saying gay things to me saying gay things to Adam, then Adam saying, "Oh no, that's gay," and I'm like, "Well, you said him first."
Wait, really quick. Do you believe in this? In like the kind of concept, like don't knock something until you try it? Because I just know for me, like I came in halfway through that conversation, but I'm not saying like I'm gay or anything, but personally never tried it, so I'm not gonna knock it.
Oh, I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying I don't think I'm bisexual.
The man's G spot. The boys, there is a G spot in your butthole, and it is your prostate gland.
That's true. And Adam knows this because for Christmas, his mom this is actually really
My
fucked.
mom does not give me anything regarding my butthole. My dad, however, no.
No.
Okay.
No, but
If we're gonna tell tales out of school, Adam has confided in me, and I'm gonna tell you guys, the viewers, for one time only, that Adam has cranked one out while also touching his prostate.
What? And I heard that Adam has hemorrhoids.
Just saying, it's what he told me. He was maybe drinking a lot of chalky milk, and he was getting chalky drunk, and so he wasn't really thinking clearly. But Adam did tell me that he did something around those lines, and he said it was the best thing that's ever happened to him. So,
happened. But I know this one girl who was, juggling her sexuality for a while. I'm not going to name names, but she went to college and she pegged a dude. And
All right, so that's where we end the podcast here today.
yeah, never mind.
No. So look. I heard this this comedian was talking about this, right? He was like, there was just like this girl. No, I forget who it was. It was some girl. She was like, "So, let's say that, like, have you had celery before, right? Yes, right. And if you don't like it, you know you don't like it.
celery is just water.
True, you're not wrong. Yeah, pretty much. That's why it has no calories in it. So everybody's like, "Oh, you can't say." So, Liam, why haven't you?
Because I've
What the fuck you want to do with celery? What the fuck you celery? You're fucking retarded.
We were talking about celery?
No.
Don't try celery, but have you ever done anal?
No. So it's pretty much it's like saying like having like Bailey was saying you can't knock it. What this saying is saying?
Well, then my easiest
Why fucking
counter.
celery? Why the fuck are you talking about celery?
Because it's like saying tasting
It's
a
a
food.
correlation thing. It's a correlation thing.
Why
do
do
you
you
like
say
celery?
tasting of food? Why the fuck you have to say celery?
Not really.
I
makes
don't
no
know.
sense.
It's fucking
It's not
filet
gay,
mignon,
guys.
okay?
It's
What
not
does
really
it matter?
I think it's because celery is the most similar to buttholes, if I'm not wrong.
You know that your cheek
I
is.
think that's a passion fruit, bro.
You know your cheek is the same tissue as your asshole.
No.
Yeah,
Not about
it's
that.
it's pretty much the same tissue.
Never been able to compare them. Just saying. I mean, how am I supposed to believe you, Mango?
So why isn't my butthole as wet as my mouth?
My biggest question is, where did this come from?
Just have random ass
You
facts
went
up the
from
ass.
celery to
I think maybe we should go back to the lizard people.
No. Let's go back to the fucking conspiracy.
To the what?
I don't think we've actually named a real conspiracy theory. So far, it's
Nine-
been.
talking about?
You can't say you're not.
is real.
9/11.
Insane.
9/11.
Okay, 9/11.
Okay, that's a little too touchy. That's a
All
little
right.
too
Adolf
touchy.
Hitler definitely escaped to South America. He did not die in his bunker.
What about Tupac? Tupac?
Let's talk about Tupac. Tupac's not as touchy.
That's super touchy.
Not
Tupac's
really.
one of the most touchy things. He influenced so many people.
Okay.
True, yeah.
What about birds?
Tupac.
That's
Oh,
not touchy.
birds are part of the
Birds.
bourgeoisie.
Birds aren't real.
They're part of the bourgeoisie.
My only comment on this entire situation is that the birds aren't real. Changed my mind. Have you ever seen a baby bird in person?
Actually, one time I was
Yeah,
at the
me
park.
too.
I was at the park and we were
It's a
playing.
baby drowned.
Shut up. Where I was at the park and we were playing football, and I was putting my cleats on, and you know when like a bee is flying around your ear and you're like, oh, what the fuck, and you swat it. I felt something hit my shoulder, like a really heavy leaf or something, and I turned to my left, and there's this little baby bird staring me straight in the face. And I'm sorry, Bailey, I know this is gonna hurt you, but my immediate reaction was I swatted that shit. It's like I was so scared. I was like, what the fuck? And I just smacked it, and it flew and hit the ground like on the grass behind me. And I was like, oh, there's a little baby bird. And what I realized is that this baby bird had not quite developed the flight skills that it needed, and it would fly like 2 feet up and just kind of and then land again, and then fly 2 feet up and that's what it fucking did when it landed on my shoulder. And it was just, and I'm assuming it's dead now because that shit's not gonna.
You should be arrested.
I know I swatted it, but I felt bad.
That was the most fucked up thing I've ever heard.
Why'd you decide to bring that up during
Yeah,
our
what the
podcast?
fuck?
He said, "Has anyone seen a baby bird?" And
Have you seen or have you killed?
I beat the fuck out of that.
You didn't
baby
just
bird.
kill that thing. You tortured it. You broke
felt-
its arm
I-
and watched it walk away.
Okay. I felt really bad. I'm not gonna lie.
Don't
But
lie. If you felt
if
bad, you would have
anything-
brought it to a vet.
if anything, I only minorly concussed it, and it was doomed from the start. Had I had the knowledge I had now, I would have housed it and everything, paid for its bills, but I needed to go out there and play some football.
So you hurt something, and the first thing you think to do is to just keep playing.
No, actually, everybody else was playing, and I was like, guys, the baby bird, though. And they're like, fuck the baby bird. And I was like, but I just hit it. And they're like, come on, we only have like 7. We need you because the teams are uneven. And I was like, shit, I guess you're right.
Selfish
And he had
piece
all
of
his bird
shit.
homies around. If he were alone, I would have felt bad because I'm like, dude, some crazy hawk is gonna come out of here and snatch him. But he had little bird.
Yeah, the
homies everywhere.
birds definitely have doctors and medicines
I'm
and
saying
stuff
the
to help
same
the
thing,
bird.
Bailey.
You're so right, dude.
Little Dr. Bird walks in with a stethoscope to save the baby bird you killed.
It was not that he was gonna be saved. It was more that he would have comfort at his bedside.
Adam, you're really giving tendencies of being a psychopath.
Dude, this is not the first time I've heard that, and I don't know why.
There's probably a reason.
Damn, I thought we were talking about fucking baby birds and the
You
fucking.
kind of look like Dexter.
I 1,000% see that, Bailey. For anybody who's watching this has seen Dexter,
He
Like-
looks like Dexter.
like imagine what Dexter is.
Same
Literally
body,
the
same
exact
face,
body,
same hair.
face.
Same
Pretty
body.
similar demeanor
Is he
too.
fucking
Adam's pretty
jacked?
like serial killer, like kind of TBH.
Am I actually?
A little
He's
bit.
also
Why?
a good serial killer.
Wait, I want to
though.
ask Bailey why.
He's just like
Wanna-
just watch Dexter. Like that's just basically just.
Only
I should change that show to
Dexter.
name Adam. Just call it Adam.
Is it really though?
He, dude, 100%. Like
I can't tell if you're.
I stay awake all night waiting for you to like try to come. So
Okay, you're
serial
joking.
killer.
You're fucking joking. I am as gentle as a butterfly, except when I beat the fuck out of that bird.
Go show the camera. Go show the camera. Go show the camera. You know what we're talking about?
Yeah, isn't he just a killer?
No, he's a good killer.
Oh, fuck, dude, that's me.
But he's a serial killer.
That's me, dude. Wait, not the serial. Fuck.
No, he's a serial
psychopath,
killer that
but he
kills
only-
like
but he, like,
murderers.
He was raised by good people. Found out that he was a serial killer, like, because those people don't. It's not like they do it like for fun. Like they literally like that's like they're like that's what they do. Like I don't know why. Like can't relate, but he like chose like he just like channels his power in a good way. I guess that's sexy.
So are we circling back to the Liam thing, or?
Liam is a bisexual. Okay.
Elon Musk was on Joe Rogan today, and I was watching part of it, and he said that in 2 years there's going to be like 2 or 3 years. No, I think he said 3 years. There's going to be like very frequent like commercial travel. In 3 years.
I wonder
Yeah,
how much
common
that's
thing.
going to cost, and I wonder how many rich people are just going to go up to space and they're
Sign up now, dude.
really.
Yeah, it costs money though.
Oh. I feel like they're gonna have these big like space yachts that only rich people go up to, and they just fucking party, like kind of like Wall-E, except actually just like Wall-E.
So they'll be fat.
No, I think pre-fatness. You know how like it shows like the evolution of them getting fat and like being like in chairs and not like realizing what life is anymore. I think it's gonna be like day one, and they're like, "Holy shit, we're on a mega yacht in the middle of the space system." That sounded so dumb. I'm just like, I wonder how many like millionaires are gonna die from that shit, dude.
I mean, you're not wrong here, but me and my friends are kind of saying where it's
Am I
like
not your friend?
my friends from home.
What
wow.
friends?
Whatever.
Is it not your home?
This
Chico is my home, but
So I'm not your friend.
no, you are my friend. My friend's from Long Beach.
Well, Chico also has a long beach.
Yeah, and I'm kind of from the LA area too. So
You're from the San
it's kinda
Diego area.
hands. I was born in LA, though, moved to San Diego.
Yes.
So that's kind of hands on site.
But so we have this plan. So if we're able to go to space and like go to Mars, we're gonna smoke so much weed, go to the tallest mountain on Mars, and just because it's kind of that thing where fuck it, similar gravity, and we all go out together type of thing.
How would you go about smoking weed in space? I would recommend taking an edible because I don't think you'd be able to like combust.
That's very true.
Or you can have a wax pen.
Wax
Yeah, I'd probably recommend some.
pineapples.
I bet Mars has some like fire.
Yeah. So our idea was that we're just gonna like get high as shit.
So you're suicidal for Mars.
Yes. You have a code word. Our code word is Mars.
I'm gonna
It's a great
I'm gonna
code word.
breach that code word.
Have you ever had the Mars like Cadbury like chocolate bar?
Fire.
You know what I'm talking
I know
about?
what you're
A
talking
Mars bar.
Like those are
Mars bar,
gas. You know Mars bar?
Dude,
yeah.
You know the
Gas.
bruv shit? You know
Gas.
the
Bruvs.
bruvs? Are some bruvs gonna watch this?
Maybe some bruvs out there. What's up, boys?
What's up, bruvs? I'm a bro. I'm a half
title of
bro.
this wasn't this gonna be based on
I'm a
like,
half bro.
conspiracy theories and every
Yeah.
time
Doing conspiracy theories and circling to like baby birds that
I
you
want to do
almost
conspiracy
killed
theories,
or
but all
killed.
the ones that I want to talk about are too touchy for me.
They're not too touchy for me. They're just too touchy for you too.
Flat.
Like, watch. Here's one that everyone knows about. Jeffrey Epstein was murdered.
Yeah, we know.
I think we can all just agree on that.
That was a pretty touchy subject.
Not wrong.
Here's another one. O.J. Simpson killed the shit out of someone.
Oh, he definitely did. I heard
Yeah, he did.
from there was this. I had a teacher who had a student who knew him personally. Said he was an asshole. Said O.J. Simpson was actually like a really arrogant prick who was like super
at
super
football.
beautiful and like a wonderful person to the cameras. And then like he would his dad would go golfing with him, and he was just like a rage monster on the course and just wouldn't fucking talk to anybody who wasn't somebody. You know, he was just very arrogant.
Statistical.
Sounds like you.
Sounds like what the fuck, dude?
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Literally,
I fix this. How dare you?
speaking of like ego masters, Adam came back to the house after being on a 3
God,
month
tell him,
hiatus,
Oh my god.
and he came
Tell
back
him.
from LA to go hang out with some TikTokers. And he comes back and like, yeah, I'm pretty cool, you know. All these TikTok girls wanted to like hook up with me.
Dixie D'Amelio.
I met Dixie D'Amelio and all that stuff and all this.
Okay. People ask me, and also the biggest cool thing about that I thought was like going from Mexico to LA, and just like the culture shock was very interesting. And the people I met were very nice. They were nice.
Fucking Vinny Hacker.
You guys are closed-minded. They're nice people.
Hey, you know I'm probably the most open-minded person you ever met, so watch yourself, boy.
That's a closed-minded thing
Sheesh.
to say. All right, I take it back.
Damn goddamn. Adam has turned egotistical because he's made it big. Made a song with Vinny Hacker, by the way.
Who's Vinny Hacker?
Big Time Rush.
Take it.
Things I hesitate when you go big time. What you want, what you did, something, suck my cock when you go big time, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, don't you feel the rush now?
Hey, don't you feel my cock?
Oh.
What happened to the talking part?
Yeah.
I'm not much of an artist.
So, Adam,
Yeah.
since we're talking about you being egotistical, when's the new music coming out?
Oh, I don't know. I'm actually extremely self-conscious and I overthink all the time.
Is it
so-
good?
I think that like when I listen to it, I'm like, this is definitely like improving from what I usually make, but overall, I like switch back to the artists that I like to listen to, and I'm like, fuck, I'm nowhere near these guys. But then I listen like to people that are in my same situation who are like trying to do stuff on their own and like grow and like creatively, and we're on like a similar level, and it encourages me. It's just a back and forth fucking game in my head all the time. I'm just gonna grow old and never achieve anything from it.
Does Young Metro trust you?
Probably not, honestly.
Shit.
I'm gonna be honest. Adam's giving himself too much hurt right now. He has in the works, I heard it last night, a big, tasty song that is completely different from what he's made before. And oh my god, it'll make you want to get up and dance so much.
Like 6ix9ine vibes.
Exactly. Like
Actually-
we're getting like scream vibes. Like that's all he's doing. It's super cool.
It's called Rape Babies.
It's called Bird Killer.
It's called
Bird
Liam
Killer Story of My
Bisexual.
Life.
How can you kill birds if there are no birds to kill? They're not real. And bam, we're back.
I mean,
So,
you're not wrong.
Birds, they work for the, what was it?
Bourgeoisie.
It's a bourgeois.
Well, this is not even a conspiracy theory, but like NASA, the CIA, and the NSA were all formed by Nazis and are still run by Nazis. That's true.
That's true. Watch The Hunters, really good
Watch
show
Hunters.
on HBO.
Project
or
Penpoint, Pencil Point, Penpoint.
Pencil Point in there.
It's one of those. Pinpoint. World War II. All the Nazi scientists that did all the like crazy like human experiments and got all this like crazy stuff. They were like brilliant people, but they were also corrupt. The American government was very afraid to stop that paycheck with them, and they went on to go and form those those government institutions. So I could go deep into that. That goes into like flat Earth and stuff. We'll stay away from that.
I believe that there's a lot of fucked up things going on in the world. Have you seen those clips where they play media episodes or not episodes, but broadcasts like over top of each other, and it's like word for word the same thing? That's trippy.
I've seen that. They send scripts out or something.
Yeah, like
That's
all of them are
strange.
saying
Or they're robots.
scary.
It's very scary.
Who know? But who is at the top? Like, what group of people, and where do you cross the line, like, into initiation? If there is some sort of like higher power, like weird government control thing, like, at what point do they take some person from like college, from like they're in some, I don't know, like
You have to have influence. That's all it is. It's called the Illuminati.
Illuminati, you gotta study
Yeah,
your soul, dude. That's
it's-
all it takes.
At what point do they like pull you into a dark room and they're like, hey, so fucking.
Well, at first, the first thing they do is they tempt you and they get you to do things outside of your comfort zone, and then they blackmail you with those things. And then they have control over you. And then
Can you just
before
say
you know
no?
it, they sign. No, they're smart, man. These people aren't of this planet. They're inorganic. They're inorganic beings, man.
Do you believe that there's inorganic beings among us?
Yeah, I've seen them.
What if I'm one? How can you tell that I'm not
Seen
one?
this in a game before.
I
Sounds
can't
like
tell
a
for
monster.
sure, but I just don't think that you are. But if you were, I would. You can get 2 hands.
See, what confuses me is like I could totally see how there could just be like aliens. There's been a ton of talk about this all over social media. Like there's aliens walking among us, and there always has been. But like, if you come across any stranger and you like talk with them, 3 days in a row, like there's so much depth that is added to like every character that's it's hard to believe that you could meet anybody who would just be like other, like, you know what I mean? Like you meet you meet any person, you have enough conversation with them and you're going to connect with them on some level. It's hard to believe that there's no person out there that when you talk with them, you're just like, I feel no human connection with this person. This person's a bot. This is a alien. Like, I feel like that's unlikely. Like everyone's connected somehow.
I wasn't going to say it.
Oh, that reminds me of a crazy dream I had last night, but I won't.
What was it? What was it? What was it? No, we want to hear.
I had a really, really crazy. You're gonna love this, Bailey. I had a crazy ass dream. In my dreams,
Bailey, guess what? You're gonna love this.
Shut up, fucker. In this dream, I basically was told, read this book, Adam. You're gonna love it. So I sat down to read this book, and so in my dream, I entered this story that I was completely not in. I was just watching it from a third person view, and it was about a schizophrenic dad who lived with his daughter, and he was so schizophrenic he believed that people every day were coming to kill him. Someone different would come to kill him. So, and when he was developing this early, like he'd have these visions that people were drowning him in the bathtub and he'd be drowning himself in the bathtub because no one's actually there, you know? So what he did to combat this is every day he would fake his death in a different way so that he would convince himself and all his inner demons that he was already dead so no one would come to kill him. So every single day he would fake his death in a different way and he would pretend to not exist. And his daughter had to like hide his like existence to keep his mental stability. And basically, the house went to shit, like Fight Club, like a completely abandoned, gross ass house. And his like long lost son or some shit in like the very finale, he came to visit him and the dad had no idea if he was like real. So he like killed the son or some shit. And like, I don't know. And then he actually killed himself or some, like, it was so weird. And then at the end, when I woke up, I like wondered if the daughter was even real the whole time in my dream. And it was like so fucking trippy. Doesn't that sound like a movie?
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Adam, are you sure didn't watch a movie and then think you had a
Swear
dream?
to God, dude. Swear to God. It was weird. This guy was like had plastic over his head and shit in my dream, and he was like pretending to choke himself, and then he'd like wake up and he'd be all like chill suddenly, and he was like pretending to kill himself so no one would come and kill him. It's crazy. It was weird because his own killers were in his head, so if he thought he was dead,
Are you saying you're
it's weird.
schizophrenic?
That would be quite the twist to the podcast if I were schizophrenic.
What if we aren't real, Adam? What if we're all just in your head right now? Maybe you are Mango and you wanted to have a podcast.
I don't know.
Are you scared now, Adam?
I don't know.
Is your life crumbling around you?
Who's that in the hallway? Who is that? No, I don't think I'm schizophrenic.
Haley thought there was somebody there. But have you guys heard about conspiracy theory about thinking that we're not here all like I'm really
I have
No.
not, but
It's a simulation.
yeah, somewhat like it's just you, everybody else around you.
Well, I think the government controls us, but I don't think that we could be in a simulation. But I just think the government controls us through the food that they make us eat, or the food that they make available to us, and just everything, and the way that this society is set up for us to live our lives just makes us our energy at a lower state. We're not able to think. We're supposed to think. We sit down all day and don't do shit and just waste our time.
it's really tough because like you try to think like how are we really working for the government though, like that much. If we want to, we could just fucking drop everything and go commit arson. Like they're not controlling us directly, but I guess in like a sense we don't do what we don't do because it's like ingrained in us subliminally. So maybe
Well, because I feel that we're in different like timelines. What happens? I've had dreams, deja vu. I go like a couple days.
it's tough to know what's real. Who's to say what's real? Who's to say what's fake?
Time to say what's real.
Who's to say what's big and what is small? Because you can zoom out.
You're small.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm way bigger than you all.
No. You see that? Did you see that guy who was like, he made the joke that was like, I'm going to remove perspective when I refer to things as big or small. So like one guy was like, well, that's a big burger. And he's like, you think this is big? Have you seen an elephant? And he's just like, what the fuck?
He's not wrong though.
You ain't wrong one bit. But there's one thing that I'll never be wrong about that I know is real. And that's Huddy being so beautiful and so amazing. And so somber.
I know. That's all I have to say. Thank you,
You're welcome.
guys.
Do you have anything to add?
It's us.
Got anything to add over there, Huddy? Conversation.
No, it's just nice to listen to. Like the list, like I wish I was you guys sometimes.
It's
Pretty cool, but
Shut the fuck up.
what was that, bro?
Guys are fucking sus as hell.
I can say, and they came. They can hear me.
What are you fucking doing? You're just talking. What are you saying, Bailey? I couldn't hear anything you were saying. Yeah.
I think.
You're gonna kill the sound?
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna kill this.
Intermission. Or
No. So, alright, guys, that's been
We
the
didn't
pod.
like touch on a.
We didn't touch on shit. They just
were
went with it.
off the wall.
Yeah, we were off the wall, but I mean, it worked. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be the end of the Scuff Cast Part 1, Episode 1. If you guys are enjoying the content here, drop a subscribe, also drop a like, and
You're
drop
not going to mention this Black History Month?
my God, we're not gonna talk about this right now.
Dude.
Okay.
Oh, is that too touchy, Mango? Come on.
Can you please shout it out?
Shout out Black
Please,
History
please,
Month
like-
to the month of February. Shout out to all my African American viewers out there. Appreciate you guys very much. And yeah, guys, and the real boys. Next one. Peace out.
Hey, yo, peace.
I love
Twitch.tv/.
Gang, gang,